Welcome back my YouTube channel. I am telling about for this coin the 2000 United States quarter dollar featuring South Carolina, written at an academic level and suitable for a school assignment. The 2000 United States quarter dollar, South Carolina and its historical significance. Introduction. Coins are more than simple instruments of trade. They are miniature historical documents that reflect a nation's identity, values, and collective memory. In the United States, one of the most ambitious numismatic projects ever undertaken was the 50-state quarters program, launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. Among the earliest coins in this series was the 2000 South Carolina quarter dollar, a coin that honors the state's rich political, cultural, and historical legacy. Bearing the inscription, South Carolina 1788, the quarter commemorates the year South Carolina ratified the United States Constitution and officially joined the Union as the 8th state. This essay explores the 2000 South Carolina quarter in depth, examining its design, symbolism, historical background, and broader cultural significance. It also places South Carolina's history, especially around the year 1788, within the wider context of American independence, early nation-building, and identity. Through this lens, the coin becomes not just currency, but a powerful reminder of South Carolina's role in shaping the United States. The 50-state quarters program, background and purpose. Before focusing specifically on South Carolina, it is important to understand the context in which the coin was produced. The 50-state quarters program was authorized by Congress in 1997 and began circulation in 1999. Its goal was to issue one quarter for each state, released in the order that the states ratified the Constitution or were admitted into the Union. The program served several purposes. Education, teaching Americans about the history and symbols of each state. Civic pride, encouraging states to showcase unique aspects of their heritage. Public engagement, renewing interest in coin collecting among the general population. Economic impact, generating revenue for the U.S. government through coin collecting. South Carolina's quarter was released in 2000, the 5th year of the program, and was the 8th coin issued overall. Physical description of the 2000 South Carolina quarter. The obverse, front, of the coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan in 1932. This side is common to all quarters in the series and includes the inscriptions. United States of America, Liberty, in Gott we trust, quarter dollar. The reverse, back of the coin is where South Carolina's unique identity is displayed. The reverse design includes the outline of the state of South Carolina, a palmetto tree of Wren. The state nickname, the Palmetto State. The inscription, South Carolina 1788. Each of these elements was carefully chosen to represent the state's history and natural heritage. Symbolism of the coin's design. The outline of South Carolina. The state outline serves as a geographical identifier, helping viewers immediately recognize the state being honored. South Carolina's coastal shape also hints at its long history as a port colony and its economic ties to the Atlantic world. The palmetto tree. The palmetto tree is one of the most important symbols in South Carolina history. It is best known for its role in the Battle of Sullivan's Island in 1776, during the American Revolutionary War. Fortifications built from palmetto logs were able to absorb British cannon fire, helping American forces secure a crucial victory. Because of this, the palmetto became a symbol of resilience and strength and was later incorporated into the South Carolina state flag and seal. Its inclusion on the quarter highlights the state's Revolutionary War legacy. The Carolina wren. The Carolina wren is South Carolina's official state bird. Though small, the wren is known for its loud and confident song. It symbolizes persistence and vitality, qualities often associated with the state's people and history. The Palmetto State. This nickname reinforces the symbolic importance of the palmetto tree and connects the coin's imagery to South Carolina's identity as recognized nationwide. The meaning of 1788. The date 1788 is one of the most significant inscriptions on the coin. It marks the year South Carolina ratified the United States Constitution, becoming the 8th state to join the Union. Ratification was not merely a formality, it was a defining political act. By approving the Constitution, South Carolina committed itself to a new federal system of government that balanced state sovereignty with national unity. This decision placed the state at the center of early American political development. South Carolina before 1788, colonial roots. South Carolina's history began long before it became a state. Originally part of the province of Carolina, the area was colonized by the English in the late 1600s. The city of Charleston quickly became one of the most important ports in British North America. The colony's economy was built largely on agriculture, particularly rice and indigo, and depended heavily on enslaved African labor. By the mid-1700s, South Carolina had one of the largest enslaved populations in the colonies, a fact that deeply shaped its social and political structures. The colony's economy was built largely on agriculture, particularly rice and indigo, and depended heavily on enslaved African labor. By the mid-1700s, South Carolina had one of the largest enslaved populations in the colonies, a fact that deeply shaped its social and political structures. Despite its economic success, tensions grew between the colony and Great Britain, especially over taxation and governance. South Carolina and the American Revolution. South Carolina played a major role in the American Revolutionary War, 1775 to 1783. The state witnessed more battles than almost any other colony, including the Battle of Sullivan's Island, 1776, the Siege of Charleston, 1780, numerous partisan and guerrilla engagements. Although Charleston fell to British forces in 1780, Patriot resistance continued in the countryside. Leaders such as Francis Marion, known as the Swamp Fox, used unconventional tactics to harass British troops. These experiences strengthened South Carolina's sense of independence and political determination. From independence to ratification. After the Revolutionary War ended in 1783, South Carolina became an independent state under the Articles of Confederation. However, the weak national government created by the Articles caused economic and political problems. By the late 1780s, many leaders believed a stronger federal government was necessary. South Carolina's Ratification Convention met in Charleston in 1788. After debate, delegates voted to approve the Constitution, making South Carolina the 8th state to do so. This decision linked South Carolina's future to the success of the new United States. The importance of South Carolina's ratification. South Carolina's ratification was significant for several reasons. It demonstrated support for a stronger national government. It helped build momentum toward full ratification. It secured the state's place among the founding members of the Union. The inclusion of 1788 on the Quarter reminds Americans of this crucial political moment. South Carolina after 1788. Following ratification, South Carolina became deeply involved in national affairs. Its economy continued to rely on agriculture, particularly cotton after the invention of the cotton gin. Over time, tensions between federal authority and state sovereignty grew, eventually contributing to the Civil War. Although these later events are not depicted on the Quarter, they are part of the broader historical narrative that began with the decisions made in 1788. The coin as an educational tool. The 2000 South Carolina Quarter serves as a compact educational resource. In a single design, it introduces Revolutionary War history, natural symbols, political milestones, state identity. For students and collectors alike, the coin encourages curiosity and historical inquiry. Collecting and public reception. The South Carolina Quarter was produced in large numbers at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, making it widely available. While it is not rare, it remains popular among collectors completing state quarter sets. The coin also sparked renewed interest in South Carolina's history among the general public. Cultural and national significance. The 2000 South Carolina Quarter represents more than one state. It reflects the broader American story of independence, unity, and diversity. Each state quarter tells a unique story, but together they form a collective narrative of the nation's development. South Carolina's coin emphasizes resilience, political courage, and historical continuity. Conclusion. The 2000 United States quarter dollar featuring South Carolina is a powerful example of how everyday objects can preserve and communicate history. Through its symbols, the palmetto tree, the Carolina wren, the state outline, and the date 1788, the coin captures the essence of South Carolina's journey from colony to founding state. By commemorating South Carolina's ratification of the Constitution, the quarter honors a critical moment in American history when the foundations of the modern United States were laid. As part of the 50-State Quarters program, it stands as both a collectible item and a lasting educational artifact. In this way, the South Carolina Quarter is not merely currency. It is a lasting tribute to the state's enduring role in shaping the United States of America.